Hello everybody, Big Planes here. Now before I dive too deep into this video, I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you to everybody over on Patreon who helps us support the channel. You guys are one of the main reasons why I'm actually able to do this. So yeah, I will leave a link to my Patreon in the description below if that's something you want to go do. So I know it's been a sort of quiet past couple weeks here, and yeah, I have finally made some progress. Now, if you guys are still waiting for progress on the XB35, I'm also waiting for some parts for that thing. So expect a final video and a time lapse, a final video and a time lapse on that in the next couple of weeks. So I'm not going to let that hold me up. I'm moving on to the next project, which is a 757 in the American Airlines silver livery. Now, a lot of you guys already know this. I did do a video on it a little while back, but I've actually started putting bricks together. And I'm already made a lot of progress. I just had to tell myself, stop making progress and make a video, but we're moving on this one quick, just like how we moved on this one quick. So really quick, 737 is at around 8,500 supporters on LEGO Ideas. We only need 1,500 more to get to 10K. So go over there and support the 737 so we can get it to 10K, because then it could go to the LEGO review board and it might come a set. So yeah, I'll also leave a link to that thing in the description because we want it to get to 10,000 on LEGO Ideas. But this video is about the 757. So I'll sort of share with you what I have done so far. And as you can clearly see, the main thing that has been accomplished so far is the central wing sort of structure and then the two engines. I just finished the engines. So I'll explain to you how all this works here. So the engines, this is like most of my modern passenger planes. It's going to have all the power functions and all the lights and everything. So I'm going to get this side better angle. So what this is going to have is spinning engines, lights, the landing lights, wing navigation lights, rotating beacon lights, all that will function. I don't think I'm going to light up the interior like I did on the Air Force One, but I am going to add a lot of lights to this considering it's a narrow body. The other really cool thing about this plane is, as you can kind of see, it's going to be built in almost all metallic silver. So I have been collecting these silver parts for a really long time now, and the entire fuselage, all the way back on the top and on the bottom, will be built using these super rare metallic silver curve slopes. So that's going to be lots of fun. I finally get to do an American Airlines plane. I was going to do a DC-10, but I just didn't have enough silver, so I settled on a 757, which I know a lot of you guys do want. Don't worry, Airbuses are coming, but for now, I'm doing the 757 until I can get enough parts for an A380. So, also, this thing is known as the Flying Pencil, along with the long-legged airplane. So I do have the landing gear in. You can see that they are in with the struts and everything. Again, I just sort of have the battery pack supporting the plane right now. All that will be internalized later. But you can see, I'm going to try to get you under there, that yeah, the landing gear is in place. And you can see the bottom of the plane is mostly done too. And it does actually retract and fit. So in the final video on this plane, I will show you how that landing gear works. I can't really lift the plane up right now to do it. But it does work, and it actually is quite sturdy. As you can see, I can roll this back and forth, and it can take quite a bit of beating. So considering the landing gear is really long, and that's the thing with this plane, it has extremely high ground clearance. So I'm just going to take one of our minifigures right here. Ooh, here's a guy, right? You can see that first thing first, I'm going to compare it to the 737 over here in Southwest, since this is a comparable plane in terms of size. So you can see that, oh, I'm really reaching. You can see right next to the engine, that's what he looks like that. There you go. And you can see under the wing and fuselage, I'm just going to stick him right here. You can see that he has about that much clearance before he hits the wing. So now, the 757, remember what that looked like. The 757, here is the engine, and here is our minifigure. Yeah, you can clearly see that there is a good, at least inch of clearance under the engine right here. And then, under this, yeah, a lot more clearance. So this plane stands very high up on its landing gear. And I think part of that has to do with how long it is. But I do know that these planes sit abnormally low on their landing gear. And I believe that was originally intended so... I know the lighting's really bad. I believe that was originally intended so they could load baggage into the cargo hold easier. So they could just throw it in there. I'm pretty sure that's why the 737, 707, 727, I'm pretty sure that's why they were built that low. But this one is a more modern aircraft, so it's built a little higher up. So making sure the landing gear was stable on this thing was a top priority because it's going to be big. You can clearly see that it's a very long airplane from here to here. It's going to be the longest narrow body I'll ever do, probably. It'll be the longest to date I've done. I doubt I'll do one longer. I may eventually, if I can get the parts, extend this to the 757-300. Now that thing is long. That thing is really long, but I just don't have enough silver parts to do that right now. So if I can eventually collect enough silver parts, I will stretch this thing to the 300. This is the 200 right now. I'm doing the 200. The 300 is super, super long. It's kind of freaky looking. But yeah, that's all I really have for this one. Oh, I was also going to show you the flaps. I also got pretty reliable flaps. So I'm going to try to hold the camera in a different way. You can see that these work by like this, and then like that. So yeah, they're fairly reliable actually. So you can see you can just sort of have them out at like slightly or more like this. If you want to go all the way down, you can fold this out and then come down like that. So yeah, flaps, I was super happy to get those flaps working. Again, those are not the most difficult flaps. The outboard flaps I think are probably going to be harder. But yeah, that's all I really have for this video. Expect some more videos on this soon, and expect videos on the Cessna, since I know a lot of you guys want to see that one, and the XB-35. So we're sort of in a phase where there's a lot of planes, a lot of projects going on right now, but we are forging forward with a 757. So that's all I really have for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Go support the 737 over on LEGO Ideas. And yeah, that's it for this one, and bye for now.